Here's just a little funny face for the rewatch gang. Yeah. I'm competing with Chantel. No wonder people are delayed. Oh, well, actually, it's only been a few seconds. Hey, Scapegoat. She's in the bathroom. Keeping it classy. Hey, Donor Predator. Sick, and she had paneer and garlic naan. Recording from the shitter. Keeping it classy. That's we appreciate that about her. Hey, Uncle Buck. She did mention that she's got she did mention to me that she's got a cold, or that she thought, or like at least like earlier she mentioned that she thought it was a cold. Hey, Anunnaki. Yeah, James Earl Jones. Uh, I think that would be an incredibly shitty thing to do. I wouldn't put it past Disney. I'm inclined to think it probably won't happen. I won't be surprised if it does happen, but I suspect that at least for now, it probably won't. Like, using AI to replace actors is one of those things that's very controversial. Most people really dislike that. They sort of did it in Rogue One with Moff Tarkin. I don't remember the exact details of how that was done. Hey, PK. What was the deal with the? Though even with Tarkin, um, it wasn't an AI voice. What they did with that was they basically projected his face, Peter Cushing's face, onto the actor's, onto the actor. So I'm inclined to doubt. I'm inclined to think they won't use AI to replace James Earl Jones. They'll more likely for future Darth Vader appearances, they'll get someone who can just do a good likeness of him. Hey, Kelly. Dick Cheney endorsing Harris. Who fucking cares what Dick fucking Cheney says about anything? Dick Cheney's a piece of shit. I don't give a shit who he endorses. Anyway, man, James Earl Jones was like, in addition to Darth Vader, you know, Mustafa from The Lion King, um, Coming to America. I didn't see that one. What was the one? Was it Angels in the Outfield? The one where if you build it, he will come. That if you build it, he will come. Was that Angels in the Outfield, or was that, or was it a different name? But Field of Dreams, yeah, Field of Dreams. That's the one. Field of Dreams. I loved that. Like I watched that movie when I was a kid, and I loved it. And Jones was great in that one. And then obviously, I was pretty sure. Honestly, I was pretty sure it wasn't Field of Angels or like Angels in the. I was pretty sure it wasn't Angels in the Outfield. I was pretty sure that wasn't it, but I genuinely couldn't remember the actual movie. I never actually. Angels in the Outfield is one that I never watched. I never watched that one then. But yeah, Field of Dreams I enjoyed. Obviously, Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. Mhm. One of the all-time great recitations of The Raven. So I mean, he was a hell of an actor, hell of a career. In addition to James Earl Jones, comic artist John Cassaday also passed away, which is also a shame because he was a phenomenal artist. I'm most familiar with his work on Astonishing X-Men with Joss Whedon. And Cassaday's art there was, incredible. He also did a bunch of other stuff, though. He did some really great, good Captain America stuff. Um, Tons of comics. If I had a friend named John, I'd have a hard time addressing as such. Cassaday is one of those artists who absolutely sold comics. You don't like. Oh, if I had a friend named Joss, yeah, did he do Black Panther in the 90s? Did he? Not Black Panther, no. Not sure who you might be. I'm not sure who was doing it back then. I'd have to look it up. Yeah, in the late '90s, he was doing Teen Titans and Flash annuals, an X Men Alpha Flight mini, Union Jack, Gen 13, Superman, Batman, the Hulk, the Avengers, Captain America. Hey, Gigi. Another big one was Planetary that he did with Warren Ellis. That was a another like hugely influential comic. Man, Cassaday was only 52. So yeah, a damn shame that one. I mean, only 52. That like it's that's too young to be dying. James Earl Jones, at least, he'd led a good life. I don't remember how old was he. 93. James Earl Jones was 93. That's a good life. Hey, no name. Like when someone dies at 90, when someone reaches their 90s, you know, you can't be mad. I mean, like that's they lived that's a good long life. That's 90s is it's a good time to die. Buttered noodles. I don't know that I've ever had buttered. Well, I mean, no, I don't know that I've ever had buttered noodles. I mean, maybe like some like spaghetti. Like I don't know if there's any particular kind of spaghetti preparation that uses butter or something like that. Does carbonara use butter? Wear your leather jacket, but of course, nah. Speaking of which, I really do just need to go ahead and get a new one. Like, I really need to go online one of these days and just fucking bite the bullet. And it's just there's so many options is the issue. It's a pain in the ass searching through for one that I like. Mark's Warehouse, maybe. Hey, tendies. Where do you like to shop for clothes? I don't. I don't like to shop for clothes. Hey, Green Five. No. No hot tub stream, no. Yeah, I hate shopping for clothes. Still though. Where do I shop? I mean, mostly online. I mean, like for clothes, I don't like t-shirts. I just order online. Jeans, I do want to make sure they fit before I put them on. So, yeah, go to whatever store I have access to. Selena Gomez becoming a billionaire. I think that she should give up significant amounts of that money. Levi's quality is so disappointing now. I think mine are Buffalo David Bitten. I think I'm wearing Buffalo David Bitten jeans. That's what it says on the button there. What are those called? Oh, button, I guess. Why do we idolize celebrities? I mean, people live boring lives, so they live vicariously through people who lead more interesting lives. Um, there is that's a $100 white T-shirt trend. Seems stupid to me. Um, we do have, basically thousands of years of being trained to associate wealth with power and thus uh, with leadership. So, like, you taking vacation soon? I do have this. I do have Saturday off. What do people idolize? YouTubers, musicians, artists, royalty. Wealth does give you power. Yeah, but it's. I think what it is. You know, human civilization is kind of built. It's respect those with power, respect those in power. Respect power and authority. And power and authority are associated with wealth. Thus, wealth becomes associated with power and authority. So we just sort of, if somebody's rich, we're sort of trained to respect them. Do you think the U.S. is dying? I don't think it's dying. I think that it does have some massive problems that put it in a dangerous spot. Never had a celebrity crush because you can't relate to their lifestyle. Fair. Look at the social hierarchy of civil background social groups. Power reigns. Power exists outside civilization. Yeah. I mean, queen bees and ants. Yeah, it's it's just with celebrities. Yeah, I heard about Nikocado, and congratulations to him for losing all that weight. And the other thing with celebrities, there's parasocial relationships. Like they're on our TV screens. We spend time with them basically. We watch their movies. We see them. We watch them and we see them, and that makes us feel like we know them. The following and masses and people bond and feel like we know them or like them. Yeah, like we feel like we know them because we see them on our TV screens all the time. It feels like we're spending time with them, even though they have no idea that we exist. It's parasocial relationships, and it's weird and awkward, but it's just our brains work weird. And the other thing is, you got to respect talent. Yeah, it's if somebody is a phenomenal actor, you have to appreciate that. If somebody's a phenomenal musician, you have to appreciate that. Art is an integral part of humanity. We were painting on cave walls thousands of years ago. Back when we still lived in cave, we were painting on the caves. We were painting on the walls. Art is integral. And so we respect the people who make art that we connect with, that we feel a connection with. So, yeah, lots of reasons why we idolize celebrities. Roman graffiti, like what we do now. Yep. Yeah, thousands of years ago, people were making dick jokes on walls. Thanks, Green Five. Yeah, literally dick dick graffiti. Literally, there's graffiti of dicks on, ancient ruins. Because humanity has long acknowledged dicks are funny. Laughter is universal. Yep. Indeed. Used to watch Oprah faithfully and it felt like she was my friend. Yep. When I came to that feeling, I stopped watching so much. She didn't know me give two shits about me. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's a big part of Oprah's success is that she makes people feel like she is their friend. She's just got that type of personality, that type of aura that people just like her. Thoughts on the controversial Linkin Park singer Emily Armstrong? Yeah, I read that she is a Scientologist and defended Danny fucking Masterson, defended rapist Danny Masterson. So fuck that dude. The $20, hey, private name. The $20 bill was blowing your direction and stuck to the sweat on your forehead. Would you peel it off and put it in your wallet? Yes. She's made a ludicrous amount of money. She has. And she don't believe in mental. No, because that's a Scientology thing. Scientologists don't believe in mental health. They think psychiatry is a scam. That yeah, you shouldn't go to psychiatry. You shouldn't take medications for your mental health. No, 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 no. What you should do if you want to, if you want to treat your uh, problems, no, what you need to do is give money to the Church of Scientology. What do you think they have on Tom Cruise and Will Smith? I don't think they have anything on those two. I think those two, believe in Scientology. I think what it is it's a cult that has really good PR. And it's a cult that somehow just managed to attract a lot of celebrities. And, people like hanging out with people who are like them. So celebrities like hanging out with other celebrities. And that means a lot of them are Scientologists. Because, hey, their friends are Scientologists. So, hey, yeah, sure, I'll join. Hey, Buttercup. Their profit or money motivation. Maybe. Hard to say. Religion is good business. It is. I don't think there even is a profit motivation for joining the church. Like, for the leaders of the church, yes, absolutely. For the leaders of Scientology, yes, there's absolutely a profit motivation. It was made to make money. It was founded specifically to make money. For the members, I don't think they are joining because, out of any sense of like because they think it'll make them money. Ron Hubbard wanted people to see him as their psychologist. Yeah, it's like L. Ron Hubbard was a shitty sci-fi writer who decided to turn his shitty sci-fi novel into a religion. It's fucking bizarre and stupid and ridiculous. It is a cult founded by a shitty sci-fi writer who decided to who decided to just start grifting. That's all it is. And yeah, being a Scientologist is bad enough, but the fact that that Armstrong woman also spoke out in defense of Danny Masterson, nah, fuck that lady. Fuck that asshole. Their status will be elevated with any fellow celebs they bring in. Target certain flood someone's like the dead Katie Hams. Yep. Yeah, status is definitely a big thing. That's it's always a big thing anywhere. But it's not about money, it's about, looking good to their friends. Yeah. I always forget Canada. I always forget Scientology's legal status in Canada. Oh, good night, Green Five. Son Sandlot. Yeah, I never watched Sandlot. All right. Hey, Layla. Hey, Pineapple. So yeah, Scientology does not has not gained official recognition as a religion in Canada, and does not have is not considered a federally registered charity for tax purposes. It is classified as a religious nonprofit organization. I don't know anything about Scientology beliefs. Is that a good thing? That probably is a good thing that you don't know anything about them. So yeah, in Germany, it's considered a cult. Yeah, Germany's got the right decision, got the right idea. It absolutely is a cult. Westboro Baptist Church was. Yeah, I remember them. They were a big thing back when I was really interested in politics. I remember them being a pretty big deal, despite just being a handful of assholes. Like just us, a family, like just a single family of assholes. They were a weirdly big deal because they were particularly virulent assholes. Protesting like military funerals and funerals of gay people, of gay kids who died and shit like that. So yeah, I mean, it was. Thankfully, they never made a comeback. Yeah. I think people got bored of them. Like, I know, like, I think a few of them left. Like, a few of the family members left. And, the general public just kind of got tired of their bullshit and stopped paying any attention to them. Like, people would, like, show up to block their protests. So people just, like, people just didn't want to give them any more attention. Little girls, Prussian blue. I don't remember Prussian blue. Someone became activist. Yep. Yeah, because they realized, holy shit, my dad was awful. Thought it was all about polygamy. So you can do a little nuance. That does kind of ring a bell. That was a long time ago, wasn't it? That might have been like before my time. Louis Theroux did a piece about them. I might have actually read about them. I'm pretty sure that was like before my time. At the very least, before I would have been paying attention to anything. Girls grew up and did dance at all. Yep. Good. Good for them. Their mom says they're confused. Of course she does. Hey, Dagar. Their songs blew so hard anyway. The best way of dealing with most bigots is just to ignore them. Just don't give them a platform. Don't amplify them in any way. Just change religion. Yep. Darth Vader, Thustle Doom. Hey, produce not pills. Also, narrator of the Raven on Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. Yep. Ever tried to convert a transphobe? I mean, there's no point. Hey, Brooke. There's no point in trying. There have been a couple of times, like, there were a couple of occasions where I tried to argue a specific point with a transphobe. And I mean, there's no point to it. Because, I mean, like, so many transphobes make that their entire personality. Like, they just spend so much time. They spend more time thinking about being trans than actual trans people do. Like, transphobes, it's their entire fucking world. Actual trans people spend less time thinking about that shit. Like, actual trans people have actual fucking hobbies. The only hobby these transphobes have is complaining about trans people. So they can't be converted. Selling his voice to AI. Oh, he sold. Oh, that's gross. That's disappointing if he did that. Like, if he actually did that, that's immensely disappointing. Because AI is being used as a way to fuck over actors and everyone. AI is being used as a way to fuck people over. So the voice rates of Darth Vader. Ugh. Oh, that's gross. Like, genuinely, that's awful. And shame on him for that. He should know better. He should have known better than to support anything to do with AI, frankly. Because again, like I said, it's being used as a way to fuck people over. It's being used as a way to exploit people. And his family will make money off his voice for eternity. Yeah, I mean, I think his family will be getting the money from it. And I mean, it's great that they'll have money, but I mean, it's still gross. Like, it's just it's AI is used to exploit people. And I mean, like, now instead of somebody else getting a voice job, a fucking computer is going to be getting the work. Yeah, there's 1,000 phenomenally talented voice actors out there who can do a pitch perfect James Earl Jones Darth Vader impression, like do a pitch perfect Darth Vader uh, voice, but they're not going to get work. Instead, a computer will get work. Which is the entire point of AI in movies, is to avoid giving actual fucking people work. Maybe he has a grandson who'll have his voice. They want to spend the money buying those tiny water bottles for AI protesters and voice acting lessons for burn victims. Yeah, I hate the corporate use of AI. It's just disgusting. Yeah, I was just a few minutes ago. I was talking about transphobes, and like somebody asked if I'd ever tried to convert a transphobe, and I said there's no point because they make it their entire life. Like, it's their entire personality. They're too invested in it. You can't convert them because they have made it integral to who they are. They've gone to, like, consistently, like almost all, they've gone too far. They cannot come back. They can't afford to come back from it because it would mean admitting that they made a mistake, and people are terrible at admitting that they were wrong. So, best way to handle transphobes: ignore them or mock them. Don't debate them. Don't give their views any appearance of validity. Ignore them, mock them, leave them in their own little, just leave them stuck to their own echo chamber where they can keep telling each other how smart they are when you say for extras instead of hiring people. Yep. Done a few shows like Shameless and Empire. Yep. Can they really not be radicalized by different, more time-honored, destructive ideology? Yeah, I mean, let's see them radicalized in the name of communism, for fuck's sake, right? Can't they switch to communism? There's a social media platform that I'm on, Blue Sky. It's a relatively new one. It was sort of launched as a bit of a competitor to Twitter like a year ago. It was launched. I think right around the time that Musk bought Twitter, actually. It's launched as oh, this is going to go poorly. Like, oh, Twitter's going to go poorly now kind of competitor. Even no, I mean Twitter. Musk can call it whatever he wants. I'm calling it Twitter. But yeah, Blue Sky. Recently, a bunch of transphobes made the move over to Blue Sky, and they are absolutely miserable there because it is so easy to just block people. And like blocking people prevents them from, like, it deletes anything they've ever said to you. It means that you can't, they can't reply to people on your comments because they're blocked from it. It completely isolates them from ever having access to your feed or anything on there. It's just a complete, just completely isolates them. Don't like your Bluebird app to be turned into a porn logo. It's just a stupid name. How'd they get in there? Well, I mean, it's open registration. It was closed registration for a long time. A couple months ago, 2 or 3 months ago, they opened the registration so anyone can join. But the thing that happened is the people who went to Blue Sky, the people who've been on Blue Sky for so long, went there because they saw Twitter becoming an absolute cesspit. They had absolutely, like, people were just fed up with Twitter, so they went over to Blue Sky because at least there, they can have conversations with their friends without some random jackass jumps in. It's very easy to block them and get rid of them. Are they opponents of brown dirt? Couldn't tell you. So yeah, Blue Sky is really, really not a good place for bigots or for people who thrive on conflict. At least for now. For now, Blue Sky is set up in a way that makes it really, really easy for people to just block conflict. So the transphobes who've jumped over, who've started accounts there, have been bitching about the fact that they have basically been isolated from the rest of the Blue Sky community. Favorite King of the Hill character and why? Um, I do kind of relate to Bill. You know, I'll admit that Bill is a character that I relate to more than I'm comfortable with. Con, I kind of like Con. Con was often pretty funny. What about Rusty Shackelford? Dale's a character that a little bit hit or miss. Love Bobby. Bobby was great. Yeah, I mean he was. Yeah, Bobby was good. Unlike most stereotypical jock, he's a character you actually want to see succeed. But at the same time, because of his character, you know that he won't. Like because he's a sad sack character, success will just always be outside his reach. And he knows it as well. Like he knows full well that he is a loser who will never actually be able to succeed. Like that's something that's like really hard. Like it's like he knows that he's going to be a loser for the rest of his life. Can't believe John Redcorn never got caught. Yep. I remember an episode where Boomhauer had fallen in love with a woman. And it turned out that she was basically just using him for sex. And when she sort of told him that she didn't care about him, he got like super depressed. And the others tried to cheer him up, but they couldn't. Bill came in until Bill finally got fed up and basically said, "No, I'm a loser. I've got nobody and nothing. I've got nothing and nobody. I'm gonna get up tomorrow. I'm gonna try my best, and I'm gonna fail. And you know what I'm gonna do the day after that? I'm gonna get up and do my best, and I'm gonna fail." Like, it's basically just like it was one of those. It was a. It was one of those pep talks that only succeeds because it is so accurate, because it is so true. Like it's like that's all you can do. Get up, try, and fail. Does Dale know Nancy cheated on? I think I read somewhere. I did stop watching at some point. I didn't watch the whole series, but I think I read somewhere that there was an episode that very strongly implied that he was aware, but that he still, but that he didn't really care. Um, he was, it was still his son. He still saw the kid as his son. Halloween episode is best Kingville. I don't remember the Halloween episode. I don't remember his kid. I don't remember his kid's name. What was the name of Dale's kid? Joseph, right? Yeah. So I think it was like there was a strong implication that Dale knew that Joseph was, you know, was not biologically his son, but still his son. Good night, Uncle Buck. Honestly, I think the only King of the Hill character that I didn't particularly like was Peggy. Peggy had the kind of personality that turns me off. You know, just not just confident, but overconfident. Just, I find Luann annoying. I like Luann. I think I had a bit of a crush on her back then. I'm pretty sure I had a bit of a crush on her back when I was watching that show, but Luann was fun. Peggy feels like one of those people who always has to be the smartest person in the room. I don't know. She had this air of superiority about her that turned me off. I don't know. At least Luann had some trace of sensuality. Peggy nearly impossible to objectify. That's because you weren't objectifying hard enough, Scriptgoat. You weren't trying hard enough. But Peggy and Meatballs? Nearly. Nearly. I don't know. Luann was ditzy, but she was an absolute sweetheart. You know, she was just that good a person. Wasn't Bobby gay? Don't think so. Again, I mean, I don't know if late. I don't know about later episodes, later seasons, but from what I can remember, from what I can always remember, he was always in love with Connie. I think they had like their ups and downs and shit, but yeah, as far as I remember, he was in love with Connie. There might have been, I think there might have been an episode that sort of played with the idea of Hank thinking that Bobby might be gay. Like that might have been a thing. There might have been something that Hank worried about Bobby being gay. That seems like a very King of the Hill plot. You know, with Hank worrying about Bobby being gay and then deciding, you know what, doesn't matter, he's my boy and I love him. That boy may not be right, but I will love him no matter how not right he is. So, and then there's Boomhauer. Yep. I remember. I remember an episode of King of the Hill. They did this. Oh, I'm blanking on the name. But it's one of those. Is one of those things where like same events from different perspectives. Everyone, they'd all become like. They'd all become. I think they'd all become volunteer firefighters. And there had been a fire at the fire station. And in Boomhauer's recollection of what happened, uh, he apparently heard everyone else speak the way he does, while he spoke completely normally and enunciated and all that. Rashomon. That's the is a Rashomon episode. It's just funny that apparently Boomhauer thinks everyone speaks the way he does, and he's the only one who speaks in a normal way. Anyway, it's been an hour. I'm gonna go make myself my supper. Gonna go make myself some rice now. I'll be back on Wednesday. I've got therapy on Wednesday, so I won't be going to my mom's. So I will probably be able to come on. Yeah, it might still be 9. Depends on what I decide to order or whatever. Just rice. I mean, with onion, green pepper, and some sweet and sour sauce. So yeah, thanks for coming, and good night, everybody.